Okay, my friends, today we are going to be making these super cute owls. The first thing we're going to do is draw the owl out with some crayons. Next time we have art, we will fill it in with some lines and color. So we're going to start with the owl first, and you want to make sure your paper is the up and down long way. So your paper should be up and down long like this, okay? You're going to have one of these really big black crayons. Hold it just like you would a pencil, and it's going to give you a lot more control. I'm going to hold the paper with my other hand. The first thing I want to draw is 2 equal size circles for the eyes. So I'm going to do that kind of towards the top of the paper, but I also still want to leave room for the ears. So I'm going to maybe go a little above the middle point. So 1, 2, and notice how they're pretty close to the same size. They're right in the middle and they are touching each other. So go ahead and do that. Now we're going to draw a line halfway through the middle of those circles, and this is our owl's eyelids. Right on that eyelid line, I'm going to do a smaller circle on each one and then fill it in. Okay, now we're going to do for the beak of the owl an upside down triangle that goes between both eyes. So just like this, it comes to a point and comes back up. You don't need to draw a line across, you can leave it just like that. Alright, now what we're going to do is add our body. So this part's a little tricky. You're going to have to do a curve that comes from one eye all the way to the other eye, and it starts in the middle of the eye. So I'm going to start here, come out, curve down, go around and curve back up, and I got to meet back in the middle of that other eye. Okay, so depending on how much room you have on the edges, you can either draw your wings outside of his body or inside of his body. So on this one, I drew the wings on the inside, and it did a curve that went in the body, inward like this on both sides. All right, if you want to do some outside of the body, all you're going to do is outward curves like this that go on the outside of the body. Again, if you want to do inside wings, then you can do the wings curved in this direction inside the body. Alright, so once we have those wings, now we're going to do our ears. So your ears need to fill up a good top part of the head. So each eye is going to have an ear above it. So these ears, who can tell me what shape the ears are? If you're going to draw this, what shape would you draw? Great, triangles. So I'm going to come right where the body and the eye meet right here. I'm going to then do my ear from that point. I'm going to draw a line that comes up. And then I'm going to draw another line that comes back down and meets right at the bottom of that eye. Okay, so you can tell my triangle is a little crooked, and that's okay. Same thing here, a line that goes up. Okay, and that line's pretty straight. And then another line, and then have a line from that point that comes back down to the other side of the eye. Alright, now we're just going to give him little hairs because they always have hair coming out of their ears. So we're just going to do a couple of little curves for hair at the top of each ear. So a couple curved lines. Alright, and now we're going to do the feet. So you're going to do 3 triangles for one foot, a zigzag line, and another 3 triangles that looks like a zigzag line for the other. Alright, so now we have him all drawn out. We are going to fill his eyes in with an oil pastel today. So what you're going to do, you're not coloring the eyelid in, we're just coloring the area around the dark part of the eye. So I go and outline that area I'm coloring first, just like we always have. And then I fill it in, and I do little circles to stay in the lines. Now, friends, this will smudge on you, so you want to keep your hand away from that white oil pastel because it will smear on your paper. Right, same thing, we're going to do that over here as well. Outline, and then fill it in. All right. Now what we're going to do is our moon and our stars. So the moon is going to be kind of like a C shape. And then I'm just going to go over it a few times and make it a little thicker. Then for the stars, what they're going to be is just a bunch of lines. So first for the star, I do a cross, like a T. Then I do a line that comes across this way, and another line that comes across this way to make an X that goes through that T. So again, you do a T, and then you do a line across this way and a line across this way. So it's an X that goes into a T. So I just do a few of those stars. They can be different sizes. And I make sure I go around the page to fill up the space. So that's looking pretty good. Next week we will go ahead and do our chalk.